All right, hello everybody. Um, what's up? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody feeling? Doing all right? Everybody sober and clean, right? If not, um, then at least you're watching this, and maybe you will be sober and clean. Um, just want to say the Serenity Prayer before we get started. So, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today. All right. So, what I plan on talking about today is um, the first step, which is admit you have a problem. Um, if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're in the chat, um, when was the first instance that you knew you had a problem? Um, Mine was when I couldn't get up out of bed without being high or without having something to look forward to, like drug wise. Um, Honestly, um, I still didn't get sober after that, but I knew I had a problem. Um, is anybody ever had like an epiphany? Like a moment where you're like, wow, um, that's not good. That's pretty much what I did. Um, but I would also like to say that I am a sponsor now. I've got two sponsees, um, working with them to get sober and get clean. Um, my sobriety date is February 13th, which I am going to be 2 years sober. Um, if you would have asked me 2 years ago if I was ever going to be sober or ever going to be clean, I would have looked at you and said you was a liar and that you didn't know what you was talking about. But, here I am doing the thing. I got this. Um, if you're watching on YouTube, post your sobriety date in the comments. Um, I just want everybody to know that it doesn't matter if you're 24 hours sober or if you're 24 years sober. Every day that you're sober is a giant leap, a giant victory. Um, doesn't matter how long you've been sober or how whatever, just as long as you're trying and, relapse is a part of recovery. Um, just as long as you learn from it, things are one day at a time, So, but honestly, what I was going to do today was, let's see, I was going to read some devotions, but I don't know exactly which one I wanted to read. Um, let's see. Let me find one here, y'all. Let's see. Here's one. This is called Desires. It says root of desire. Wherever your treasure is, there's the desires of your heart will also be. Matthew 6:21. What does your heart long for? If you look at the root of every deep desire, you will find something only God can fill. Love, security, comfort, significance, joy. Trying to satisfy these desires apart from God can only yield limited success. God is the only one whose love for you will never waver. You're His treasure, and His desire is to spend eternity with you. As your faith grows, so will your desire to treasure Him in return. Um, so, let's see what else we can talk about. I'm still having using dreams. I guess that's normal. Um, you know, also today is my youngest son's birthday, which I have 3 kids. I don't have custody of them. They got taken away when I was at my lowest. You know, just I pray every day that they're healthy and safe and that they can forgive me for being, not there for them, being an addict, um, taking, finding drugs or doing drugs, over them, which, you're not a bad parent. You're just sick. There's, it's a disease, but it's hard to live life without them. Um, Especially my daughter, since my daughter's in foster care and I don't get to talk to her at all. Um, just if anybody's out there struggling, if anybody needs help with anything, if anybody wants to talk about anything right now, the floor is open. I'm gonna let everybody, if they have something to say something. Um, but for the most part, today has just been it's been a good day. I woke up this morning, I exercised, I did a 6-mile run. I pretty much replaced drugs with exercising and praying. Um, my higher power is God. Your higher power may be something else, something different. That's fine too. Whatever you believe in, whatever religion you have, whatever helps you through being, sober. But as far as today, I've been all right. I haven't struggled with anything today. I haven't felt like I need to use. I haven't felt like stress. But here for the past month or so, I have been, really stressed out. And there has been a few times that I really wanted to use and really wanted, you know, just to numb the pain, which it really doesn't numb it. It just makes it, numb for that moment. And then as soon as you come down, you're going to feel it again. So, um, but honestly, I just want everybody to know that you can comment on this video. You can comment in the chat. You can say, I'm going to read all of them. I've been posting on Threads. All the people that post on there that say they've been so many months sober, so many days sober, I've put comments on their things telling them, keep their head up. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work trying to get all this took off, like as in this whole live stream thing. Hopefully more people join. Hopefully more people follow. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for anything but to help other people. I just want to see other people live to their full potential, and live better than being, at your lowest all the time. There is a few friends that I have that I have tried to talk to and get them sober, but they don't want to, or they just don't listen to me, which is fine. I don't, you have to want it to be sober. Um, Honestly, I don't even think I wanted to be sober when I first started. But then after I went to jail for 6 months and they sent me to rehab, yeah, I changed my mind real quick because I felt better. I was doing better. Um, I just I got to the point because I was addicted to meth. I got to the point where I didn't have any energy without it. But then after a little while of being sober, because I was in jail for 6 months and I was sober for 6 months before I went to rehab, it was, I had energy. I felt better. I was, you know, doing things that I never thought I would do, without it. So it just takes time. It takes healing. It takes, but honestly, I think that mental illness is hand in hand with addiction. So I'll urge everybody to make sure they take care of their mental health, make sure that they're okay mentally. If you're not, take medicine for it, whatever you need to do to help yourself mentally, because yeah, if you're not good mentally, you're probably going to use again. It just happens. Also, I'm trying to figure out a schedule for these live streams to make everybody more aware of when they will be. I'm not really sure what days I'm going to do them on. I was thinking more like maybe Fridays and Tuesdays until we get a bigger following. Um, and of course, I'm going to post videos on YouTube. After I get done with the live stream, I'll post it on the YouTube channel. It's it's on my page where it says socials underneath my name and stuff. Should be a link to my YouTube. But I'm gonna post them there. Honestly, I have no idea what I was wanting to talk about today, so I'm just gonna wing it. I tried to pick something that I was gonna talk about, but I couldn't really think of anything. So, but I will show you. Hold on. Let me show you some. I got some pictures of when I was in rehab, when I got baptized, different things like that. Let's see how. Let me dig them out here. Which I was a whole lot fatter then. Here's when I got baptized. Here's another one when I got baptized. Here's me and Lexi, which is the one that commented on my last video. It said she was my shower buddy. We used to always go with each other to the showers together. Not take a shower together, but we would go to the showers together. The other girl's Christy. But yeah, we can listen to music. We can do whatever y'all want to do. I thought about reading out of the Alcoholics Anonymous, but I just don't really feel like reading, and I'm old and my eyes are not as good as they used to be. So that's a no-go. I honestly need to get glasses. But yeah, mostly today I've just been exercised. I've drunk a lot of coffee today. Um, I've been watching YouTube videos. My two favorite YouTubers are Dashy Games and Corey X Kenshin. I like watching them a lot, but mostly because I can't play video games no more because I have some traumatic experiences that I have flashbacks every time I try to play a video game now. So I just watch them play it. I also watch Queso, but my two favorites are Dashy and Corey. Um, I've just been hanging out today, being a little bit lazy, not too much lazy because I did exercise, but um oh, we got 2 viewers now. Yay. Um so um I don't really know what else to say. Just I just want to give y'all hope, inspiration, whatever y'all need to succeed. Um I know it's hard when you first start, when you first like 1 day sober, 2 days sober, 3 days sober, it's hard. It's still hard the further along you get because there are some days where you just want to use or you just feel like it's not worth it anymore. Just fight through it. Um, honestly, there's been a lot of days where I've been like, this ain't even worth it. I don't got my kids. I don't have, my mom passed away. My dad passed away. I just sometimes I just feel like it's not worth it. But I always tell myself that it is worth it because eventually my kids are going to want to reconnect with me. Um, so I need to be sober for them then. Um, but it's more so I need to be sober for them, but also for myself because I always remember how bad it felt at my lowest point. I've also had to deal with, I got borderline personality disorder. I have social anxiety, which may be why I talk or speak awkward on here. Um, I've been through domestic violence. Um, I've had a lot of mental things, but I have, like, let's see, I have PTSD. Actually, it's complex PTSD. I have OCPD, which is like OCD, but it's a personality disorder. I have borderline personality disorder. Um, I have social anxiety with agoraphobia. I have generalized anxiety. Um, just a lot of different things, which probably added to why I was an addict. Um, most of my exes, were abusive, um, mentally, physically, financially, sexually, abusive, which was I always thought it was my fault that I was doing something wrong or that there was something wrong with me. Which I know now there wasn't something wrong with me. There was something wrong with them. Most of them are still in addiction. They're still going through it, which I have reached out to them even though I didn't have to. I've had video visits with them. Some of them are in jail, um, trying to get them in rehabs and stuff. I still have contact with them, even though now it's easier for me to have contact with them because I have, I've done broke up with them. I don't have nothing to do with them no more except for, trying to help them through bad times. So I know most people would be resentful. I'm not. I know they were sick. I know they got issues or whatever is going on with them that they can't really help. So, but yeah, I'm the type of person that I don't hold grudges. I believe in helping people. I believe, you know, that some people just need love, but some people don't. Some people don't want it, which they were that way. They didn't. I always felt like I could love them out of it, like love them more, um, to where they would see what they were doing wrong. That didn't really work. Uh, I think actually the reason I started getting high was because of um, one of my exes. He he was getting high, and I stayed sober. We were together for 5 years. He was getting high for all 5 years. I stayed sober for 3 years of it, and then my son got taken away, and I said, "Screw it, let's get high. I've been good my whole life. What Might as well just do whatever, because they took a piece of me when they took my son, my oldest. Uh, he's 16 now. I get to talk to him now. I get to talk to both of my sons, but my daughter I don't. Um, but yeah, when they took him away from me, I was like, I'm not gonna be good no more. I mean, screw it. Let's get high. Let's numb all this pain. Let's do this, whatever. So I was with him for 2 more years after that, and I left him, and then I got in another abusive relationship, one right after another, um, which wasn't good for me neither. But so far, my mental stuff is getting better. I'm on medicine for it, whatever. Um, my borderline personality disorder. I had a lot of slower slide attempts. Um, with that, I'm a cutter. Anytime I see a blade, I get excited. Don't know why. Still do. Anytime I see a blade, I get excited. Get butterflies in my stomach, whatever you want to call it. Um, but I haven't cut in almost 2 years now, or actually probably 2.5 years. Um, I still have the urge to, but I don't. Um, I'm trying to let y'all get to know me a little bit better so you could, feel comfortable with me. Um, I'm 40, almost 40. I'll be 40 in February. Um, I was a meth addict for 11 or 12 years. I never shot up or anything like that. I always smoked it, but that was bad enough. Um, I have been off. I have quit smoking cigarettes. This will be my 7th day I haven't had a cigarette. So if I seem a little anxious, that might be why. That and I have anxiety issues, so you know how that goes. But honestly, um, I think that's going to be the end of this live stream today because there's not that many people in here. I'll try to round up some more people, I guess. Um, Eventually it'll grow. I'm just, you know, slowly getting into it because I'm not really comfortable in front of the camera yet. I guess takes practice, whatever. But I will see you guys next time. Probably, I'm thinking I'm gonna do Tuesdays and Fridays around 4 or 5 Eastern time. But there might be a few people that I'm gonna get to come actually be on stream with me, so we can have conversations and talk, and we get another perspective from somebody else. But I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is where you're at. And I will see you guys Tuesday or Friday. And I hope you have a great day and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. See y'all later. Bye.